Ma da 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 da.
Should I enjoy the blessing of lesser it's not like I'll get any customers. Blessing now 10% off.
Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. Alright, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret. So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given...
Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island.
Still pretty good going for just a month.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozer. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great... That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage, it's just what Miss Kamisato... With your help, even the Vision Hunt Decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall...
Toma sure didn't put up much...
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose... Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami, good luck with everything. It's...
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about... Wait, so... Did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about... As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komura Tea House. Well, guess we should give it a try.
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Naraka.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll...
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo committee? Guess it can't hurt to try. Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see,
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Did you get all that?
My sincere apology.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come in...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned...
So what you're saying is we...
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have...
Exactly! Paimon...
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor.
Whoa! You heard about that too? Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all. Rito is greatly honored to have you. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people.
Oh, sure! No problem! Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. Well then, you must know the Qingshin. A flower grows on the mountain.
Yep! We've picked a few of those before.
Yes, bring me 300 Qingshin, would you? Fresh...
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering.
That sounds much...
709 letters to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people...
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous!
Halt, you two!
Huh? What are we...
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means she wants you, but you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Huh? Have you been... Let's ask her to...
You finally arrived. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishment.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a...
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have...
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamaji of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamaji. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma...
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the Shogun. We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting. Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct.
Is there something wrong, lady?
No.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. And as for this qualified escort...
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, My father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my...
Boy, Chisato can...
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have...
Shinojo, you can't really be a...
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is...
Yes, but that's not the
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare now.
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it!
And Shroud!
Have a little taste.
Throwing down!
I got careful.
One with the force.
Everybody stand back!
Freeze! That tingle?
Let's nip that in the bud. And Shroud!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Off we go!
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack!
Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato! Adventure time!
Fry!
Off we go!
Fry!
Let's light it up!
Can't see?
Everybody stand back!
I hear everything.
Clear the area!
I got careless.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
One with the force.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiragi, stay close.
Let's light it up! I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Let's nip that in the bud.
Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Ow!
Zero more!
There is no escape!
Let's light it up!
Adventure time! Ha!
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission.
My lady.
So that's how it is. I had a feeling.
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm sure of it.
I'm not afraid to say that
The one you...
Shinojo, did you...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all.
you two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it...
Yes, of course.
But what will happen if your actions here...
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a...
Huh. Paimon never suspected it.
I wish you a safe journey.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
We're finally on our own way again. I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
Off we go! Adventure time! Adventure time! Off we go! Adventure time! Adventure time! Off we go! Adventure time! Adventure time! Off we go! Adventure time!
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House.
Well, that sounds more like it. don't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that the...
Relax, no need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Alright, I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because...
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning. Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute... A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck... his light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the... But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany.
Oh? Wait.
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can...
Off we go! Off we go! Adventure time! Adventure time! Adventure time!
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably... Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs, and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without...
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent... Perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't... Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou, and this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being... Oh, I don't know.
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly again. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day...
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm... Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision... So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Final.
Let's light it up! It's a miracle! We go! Adventure time! Adventure time!
kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh?
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kami. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, at present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must
What are your
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon get that right?
Correct. Please. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
See, where's the person Ayaka told?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to
You must also be here to try and convince. Tejima has protected this place ever since here, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We will gladly apologize if that.
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy. You must be Tejima.
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's not why I chose. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then...
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need... But if you can't remember it... Oh! Maybe if you just try a little hard...
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I
keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary.
If you don't mind...
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not.
This looks like Tejima's diary. Let's see what we have. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit. Seems like your average diary. Huh? Wait, I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured. Now that's the kind of info we're looking. So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remains. rumor that Tejima... The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima must be something pretty amazing if it... It looks like a letter. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. So the reason Tejima came here was to wait, but he's been here for 30 years. Oh, well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. But I have still. It's clear that I was waiting for someone here. And that over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love, regrets, everything I felt for her. No. After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these... I think... maybe not. If this is something I wait... Although... what if she were to turn up eventually? Only to find I didn't remember when I think about it like that. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that... I shall remain here.
Tejima seems to be dealing... okay. But still... it makes Paimon... Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, that certainly explains this. At least we were able to help him. What? According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Leave the future.
Off we go!
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and... But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand... How many times do I have to say it? I don't know any...
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand?
Not you samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh?
What? We heard the commotion and came to see what...
I see. You seem to have come just at the right... This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency... In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to...
I've never even heard of these I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But my own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be a...
To be perfectly honest, I don't... All I know is that I will perform certain things And it's not just that. I have this...
Does it have to do with the missing
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through... To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any...
But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and... We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone...
Off we go! Off we go! Adventure time!
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of...
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
There is no
Another
escape.
test subject.
Dodge this!
Let's dance!
And shroud! Adventure time!
Fry!
I'm going in! Off we go!
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that. Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck.
So what did you see inside? Was it...
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal! Now show us what's...
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here, but
Yeah, a lot. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the... As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our path...
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs.
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Adventure time! Off we go!
Please speak to President Song.
Adventure time!
Welcome to Tsukumomono Grocery. Or perhaps there's something you want. Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa! not get ahead of ourselves. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy any?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on it. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people...
Wow. Kurosawa was purchased, and no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was true. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions, and if you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it's most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to—
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very— I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answer. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle.
But we didn't buy...
Information is also a kind of commodity. Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever...
At least we now know where the emergency provisions were coming from. Plus, we found... Let's go talk to Kurosawa again. What are you doing here all by yourself?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything...
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own...
Strange. Is that really the kind of person? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. And this sword was once wielded by my... I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed, and said to me,
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved. Can you recognize the words?
virtue, and somehow those two words seem to explain taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my... But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased a provision. The Tenryou Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to... And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
Just me.
Off we go!
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a... Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of This is his dojo. Luckily...
Nanako, don't worry. Since those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he...
Maybe, but... Things have gotten dangerous before in the past.
It's just because he's been possessed.
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care what... Don't make me draw my blade.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep, but then...
Please. You haven't arrived at the best... I see. Sensei's name... Though self-taught, he wants... And so... But then...
Not long ago, he says Junior and I... But if I'm on...
The Grand...
You haven't heard of it? Not that we... So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening.
So...
Shh. Just now, when she asked him who... It looked like all the while he kept... One of them... Since they wouldn't... The ritual has now begun. Please,
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them... Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Off we go!
Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious
How?
and what are you...
Bad news. I don't care to talk.
His senior?
Anzai. Yes, that because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated. When we were young, I had begun practitioner, but Domon Sensei, I thought so too. Only then did I. He was
Sure sound...
because until of all the Domons are later after that. So I decide. So you see. Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we still...
Does that mean...
Nanako.
I am sorry, but spirit and all is...
Lady Ya...
The head shrine... Correct. I am unable to...
Excuse me.
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami I must leave...
Who'd have thought Lady Yai...
Do you mean to say...
No. That's not what I meant at all. I just mean... given that you've traveled all this...
Sure! Who knows? Maybe...
we go!
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at it? It was probably nothing.
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword.
As you can see, Lady Domon has persisted in this state for some time now.
Lady Yai, it must be. This is nothing like him at all. In the past.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed.
But. Then did.
Yes. This is a change in the Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spirit as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without.
Your school practices make you shisui. Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. There was once one who claimed to. Then. What of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and
Lady Yai, I'm not sure.
The path of the sword masters. It requires one to take their sword firmly and only a deep commitment to his ambition to be. When that ambition disappeared, he became much.
Poor sensei. To think he's.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Anzai? Did he follow us the whole.
Anzai! You're here for revenge, aren't you?
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way. Now I know, but that is no.
But what if one day I put every. If there's a chance.
Have you asked them what they.
Sensei, I can't know. I want to keep.
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see? Being stripped of your ambition, so. You are not in this.
I'm sorry to have made you worry. I no longer have. But as your son, this is my promise. And I
You can count on that. I'd be. But. Well. Don't.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take.
Traveler, a moment, please.
So, my intuition. The wind that blows from afar. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so. We can come back to it another time. Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
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 Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to... I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their Ayaka, how come this time you get to...
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will...
Mm-hmm.
Wait a...
Oh.
Oh. Okay then.
Back to the matter at hand. Thunders roll, but I believe that surely you understand. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feeling. You will? Really? Natural.
All right, bravo.
See? Now then, given that the remainder of...
Well, here we are again.
Please continue.
So, what's the deal?
This is land. Such privileges.
Oh!
Once the number of...
Makes sense.
In any case, the issue is this. After all, because of this...
How can they be...
Nevertheless...
Resistance?
Yes. To say a little more, but I do wonder... The almighty she inspired, it was her own... Of course, they invariably... It almost makes...
Ooh!
Oh?
Have you got a plan?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please.
So...
Well, for example...
You're telling...
Don't underestimate the talent. The problem we are...
Darn!
Yes. We knew it... Exactly. I feel the same way. When you are ready.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you... Believe me, you're not the first of your...
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even...
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around... Psst! Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on! What's going on? Shh! Quiet! Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't... Huh? Shh!
All right.
What should we do now?
Many things.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here.
Think nothing. Oh, right.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the Summerfest.
Whoa.
Stop. As for his handiwork.
Yes, Master...
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. But if I... So, what about...
Sure, well...
So...
Whoa.
Not bad, huh?
Time to...
Please speak to President Sung.
Now that we're in...
Come on, this way. I certainly wouldn't want to... We should split up. Yes.
Talk about a big door! It seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
I'll approve you! Show me what you've
Let
got!
the show begin. Come on, we can do it.
Keep up! One with the forest!
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Watch your step!
Oh, no!
Going in!
I've been bested.
Off we go! Adventure time! Adventure time!
Formation!
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Get them!
I'll protect us.
Can't see? Enshroud!
Show me what you got! I'll stir nothing! Soldiers!
I hear everything!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Show me what you got! Train harder!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Let the show begin.
Can't see?
Everybody stand back! Off we go!
Shine down!
Soldiers! Watch your step! I've been bested.
Let's light it up! Off we go!
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Brace yourselves. Show me what
Adventure
you
time! Ha!
Don't hold back.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Let's dance!
Ah!
Oh no! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Illusion shattered!
I dare you!
Let's light it up! Adventure
what
time!
you've got.
Why do they never miss?
Don't hold back!
Huh? Everybody stand back!
I dare
There
you!
is no escape!
Show me what you've got! Don't hold back!
Enshroud!
Watch your step!
Let's light it up!
Allow me to strike first!
I'm going in!
I dare you!
Now you shall perish!
Don't hold back! Watch your step!
Let's light it up!
Show me what you've got!
Off we go! Off we go!
I need to train harder.
Adventure time! Off we go! Off we go! Off we go! Adventure time! Teamwork is dreamwork!
I'll approve you! I must withdraw.
Shh! Quick! Hide! That must be Master...
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission brutes are torch.
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military...
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryou Commission. It's...
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, this is our chance. Yoimiya,
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my...
Fire!
Huh? Was that an
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. I was particularly proud of this
Yoimiya!
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear! Now's our chance!
Master Masakatsu,
Come on! Oh.
Yes. Leave. Before I let my judgment... He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical... But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... You can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
We're finally out of that.
Yes.
Master Masakatsu, how do you...
Don't worry. I think I can make it.
Thank you. Oh,
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujosara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him? It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. How about we go tell Ayaka?
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?